measured out the wick on the daily time frame, right? Just like this. And then right here, I have my yellow line, which is the 50% or halfway of the wick, right? The midpoint of the wick. Then up here, I got the upper quadrant. Then down here, I got the lower quadrant, right? Then I'm gonna delete this off my chart. So you guys could already see that 1 hour order block from yesterday. Let's take, man. All right, so that 1 hour order block that we crashed into yesterday, that's why I was telling you guys this was a obvious buy because of the narrative, right? I don't think that we're going to go down here into the midpoint of this level just yet because we're likely going to continue to go up and sweep some liquidity that's resting above. Remember the trade that I was looking at Monday, my take profit, I was looking for the midpoint on Monday, right? 2 equal highs right here, which was a really big liquidity pool. And now if you guys keep looking up, the next level of liquidity is going to be all the way up here. I don't really think that we're going to get all the way up there, right? And the reason being is because, you know, we have that 4 hour potential breakaway gap. Then we also have this new week opening gap right here, which is this purple box. I wish I would have labeled it, but all purple boxes on my chart is going to be a new week opening gap, right? The orange boxes are always going to be a new day opening gap, and the sky blue boxes will always be the first presented fair value gap, right? Those are some of the main ICT PD arrays that I always use, right? So I'm pretty much just trying to give you guys the narrative, right? Pretty much on what I think is going to happen. Now, because the market came up here and swept so much liquidity pre-market, it's really hard to say what's going to happen today, right? Today could just easily be a choppy day. I can see it if we look at the 15-minute chart. What's up? What's up to all of my family over there on Kick? What's up, Kyle? Nice to see you in the chat. What's up, Vince? What's up, Michael Blessman? Nice to see you over there on Facebook. What's good? What's good? Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure y'all drop a like, right? So on the hourly chart, right, I think that we could definitely be coming down. If we do anything today, it should be coming down to sweep this liquidity, right? Fill this gap in right here and then hit this hourly order block. But the problem is I don't really know if all of that's going to happen today. I don't know if it's going to happen tomorrow. I just don't know, right? One thing I do know is that today could possibly be a choppy day, right? But I'm pretty much showing you guys all of the targets that I have in mind before I go to the 1 minute time frame, because I know, you know, some of you guys, y'all watch my screen and you say like you're not really switching the time frames, and it's mainly because I don't really have to switch the time frame. Once I get an idea of what's going to happen, most of the time I can just stay on the 1 minute time frame. Sometimes I do switch between the 1 minute and the 5 minute time frame, right? But I would prefer to see a sell today, but we could also possibly want to work a little bit higher to generate some more liquidity going to the upside, right? And maybe something like this, right? We could possibly want to go a little bit higher and just bounce around, because I honestly can't really see the market doing much today. We had a big day yesterday, you know, but it could just do something like this, maybe give us a little bit of a sell. But I think it's going to want to generate some liquidity for maybe Thursday or Friday. And then, you know, eventually it's going to want to touch this new week opening gap, right? That's the overall point. It really doesn't matter about trying to predict how it's going to generate the liquidity. What really matters is that before we sell off, I think we're going to at least touch this new week opening gap, which is at 25,200 plus, right? 25,200 and up. Anywhere between 25,200 and 25,240 pretty much. So even though I want to see a sell today, I just don't really think it's going to happen. And this is why you have to learn how to use the smaller time frames. All right, this is why you have to learn how to use the smaller time frames, because all of this is pretty much bullish on the smaller time frames, right? Even this little range right here that we're currently working in, notice how it's just respecting the upper levels of this new week opening gap, right? It's barely even going below this new week opening gap. So all of that is going to be very bullish price action, right? The same thing that we seen down here when we was working in this new week opening gap. Notice how it barely worked inside of the lower level of the new week opening gap, right? So that's a very bullish sign. That's something that ICT teaches. I'm not making this up and just, saying anything just because, it's on the chart in hindsight or anything. ICT talks about this all the time. And this is something that a lot of new ICT students really miss. And this is why they never really understand how to use gaps in the market right way, right? So like I say, even though I want to see a sell, this is all very bullish, right? Even outside of the obvious uptrend, because I know somebody's probably watching right now saying, well, obviously it's going up, right? But you really want to be able to use these gaps. So like I said, the only reason I was looking for sales was because this yellow line is the weekly high. You guys can find that on your chart. We just swept this weekly high, right? So today is going to be a real interesting day. I really don't know what's going to happen. And I feel like days that are very confusing. Like yesterday was an obvious buy. Monday was an obvious sell, right? Today it's like it's not so obvious, right? Because we're kind of like in the middle of two key levels, right? So I want to see market up here. If I'm selling, I only want to be selling somewhere up here. And if I'm buying, I only want to be buying somewhere down here, right? And that makes things very confusing because we are in the middle. So just try to work with me, you guys. Notice it's 8:46, right? None of this is hindsight. All of this is live action. So if anything that I'm saying is wrong in this video, you can always, wait for the market to do what it's going to do. And then you can call me out and say, hey, man, you don't know what the hell you're talking about, whatever you want to do, right? It really don't matter to me. I'm just here to try to pass down some value and help as many people out as I can, right? Vince, if you still in the chat, say something, man, because Vince, Vince is the guy who can really trade. All right, we really need to be learning from Vince. So normally I don't even get on this early because I don't really even trade this early. And I just got a weird feeling that as soon as the market opened, that's when they're going to give me a call and say, hey, we're finished with unloading you. And then I have to be off to the next place, right? So I just wanted to give you guys some live commentary while I have the chance. Hopefully I can at least stay until maybe 10:30 or 11. You go over here and log into Kick real fast. I want to see what my Kick family is up to because y'all have been really supporting me over there on Kick. And I truly appreciate it. We are currently at 18 followers on Kick. So, shout out to you guys over there. If anybody have like any charts or anything y'all want me to look at, make sure y'all drop a comment down below.